Hi everybody. I'm doing an exercise today that I'm going to call paint chip collage. I first saw this on an Instagram account of an artist who goes by the name Making Me. So making.me is her handle. Her real name is Carolina Della Val or Carolina Della Valley. I'm not quite sure how it's pronounced, but I really liked this project for a couple reasons. One, it's super easy and there's very little materials needed. You just need some paint chips from Home Depot. That's where I went. You grab a couple, they're totally free. Go home with your sketchbook. This is a very small sketchbook. It's 5 by 5 from the Handbook Company. I love their sketchbooks. And these are just monotone collages. So you just focus on composition, you focus on interesting shapes, and you just play. Very low risk, very high reward in the sense that you get to start and finish something in the same sitting. Probably will take you 5 or 10 minutes. And for me, today, I needed something to start and finish in the same day. My kids are still home from camp. We've all been sick. And I needed something that I can point to and say, hey, that didn't exist until I made it. And here it is. Because it's such a short exercise, you can easily do several in one sitting. So I did 4 in a few minutes, maybe 20 minutes, but that was probably also interrupted by my children. So you could probably do it in easily 20 minutes. Okay, so now I'm working on some purple shapes. My only goal when I'm cutting these shapes is just to make shapes that are different from one another. So if you notice you're making lots of curved shapes, cut some squares, cut some straight lines. If you know you're making lots of squares and straight lines, make some curvy shapes. There's no wrong way to do it. You don't have to connect them like I like to connect them sometimes as I'm doing here. You can spread them all over the page. Do anything you want to do. As long as you're having fun, that's what you need to do. You can also do this if you want to with patterned paper for a different type of exercise. You could do a whole bunch in a row of the same exact color, especially if you like high contrast things like black and white. You could do a whole bunch of black and white versions of this. Whatever you want to do, it's extremely easy to get there in this exercise. If you're looking to start a new project and need a little oomph to get you started, this is a great warm-up to get in that frame of mind. If you're going on the plane, you can easily pack these on the plane and bring a glue stick with you, and then you can make collages your whole flight. And I am actually totally going to do that because I do have a flight coming up. I'm going on my first trip since my honeymoon 8 years ago. So woohoo! That's not till September though. So I will for sure be bringing some paint chips with me. Now this red one, I rarely make figurative shapes, but this red one, the more I looked at it, the more it looked like a cat. So now it's a cat. I even added a little tail. Okay, so again, you'll make new shapes, you'll make new things you haven't made. None of these shapes that I can think of, other than maybe some stripes. I do use a lot of stripes. Other than that, I think all of these shapes are kind of new shapes that I don't normally use in my art. So it's a really fun way to try new things and to get out of your head. So if you're stressed out someday, take 5 minutes, cut up a paint chip, glue it back down on paper. If your kid is sleeping, take 5 minutes, and do the same thing. If you've got 5 minutes while your dinner is cooking in the oven, you can pull out your sketchbook and do this. Again, cleanup's super easy, especially if you're using a color shaper like I do for the matte medium or I'm using gloss medium here. You just wipe it off with a baby wipe and you're all done. Or even simpler, if you have a glue stick, use a glue stick. Could not be easier. No wet paint anywhere, no brushes to clean, nothing. Just the fun of creation. So I do hope that you guys will try this. I hope you'll let me know how it goes. And if you have anything else that you like to do with paint chips, I would love to hear it because I do have a couple extra ones. And now that I'm bringing them on my flight, I would love to have more ideas. So thanks everybody. Ask any questions you want in the comments. Love talking to you today. Bye.